Hi, welcome to another session of Debugging with Dan. We're going to look at an error that is just one of those things for me, putting multiple forms on one page, and this is more of that code that I wrote in the back of the car, same as the last video. So what I've done is I've created a couple of extra users. I broke some rules. All this information is the same. I just kind of copied it into the database manually, but you'll see what happens is if you delete a user, it does get them deleted, but you get this error about the validation, basically an error reporting error. I hate error reporting. It is the biggest pain in the rear end to get all this stuff working. But anyway, it did successfully delete that user. If we were to go into the forums, there is a post here by, let's see who did it. Firestorm gave me some code on how to fix that. His response didn't quite work for me, so I'll kind of show you what the deal is. So we're going to go back into admin users.php. I'm going to copy this, and what he basically said to do was to go into admin users, and at the bottom of this form there is this bracket and this bracket, and you paste that code in there. Oh, wrong one. Paste the code that he had just given me. Bring that back here. Paste that into here, and then there's this line, if form valid, blah, 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 blah. And he basically said to change that into just a straight up echo statement. And he said replace it with this. And that pretty much works, but it gives us a whole different set of errors. So we'll look at this. We're going to get rid of this. The problem is, and I sort of had a feeling this is going to happen, is that this is undefined from the beginning. And I'm going to be pretty lazy on this fix. If somebody has something more graceful and wants to send me a complete file, they're welcome to. So when I save this, then we come back to our UserSpice thing. I'm going to get these on the same thing here. We come back to UserSpice and I delete one. I guess I should have refreshed the page. Now we get all these errors here because not all this stuff is not defined. So the val error that we just pasted is not defined, and then things like username, fname, and this stems from having multiple forms on the same page and not have everything loaded. Just it not fully refreshing when we are entering these queries. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and just define these variables as null. I'm going to define val error and username and fname and last name and email as null. And that's a lazy way to get rid of the errors, but it is going to work. So we're going to come up here to the top where I define some of the other things. And I'm just going to put it right here. So errors, successes. I don't think we use those anymore. I think that's actually old code. But I'm going to val error, username, first name, last name, email is all going to just be defined as null when we start the page. And if all goes right, that should allow us to come in here and delete. So right now we have 3 Bobby 12s. That should allow us to come in here and delete Bobby 12. He's gone. We get the success message, and that's it. So it's not the prettiest way to fix this code, but it does work. And it's not obviously going to have a massive load on the database or anything like that. But that is a basically 4-minute fix on an annoying bug. Thanks for your help, Firestorm. I appreciate it. Point me in the right direction.